Hey, what's up guys, it's Felly here, welcome back to another episode on the channel, and holy crap guys, it's been a long time since I've done one of these intros. The last video that I put out on my channel was March 17th guys, and I hadn't even recorded for I think another 2 weeks or a week and a half before that, so it's been a good month roughly since I've actually done a full out episode. And I know you guys are wondering where I've been and why I haven't been uploading, and I'm going to try my best to explain all that in this video and just try and answer any question that you guys may have had. And if it's not answered, then make sure to ask me in the comments and I'll try and respond to as many of you guys as I can. But since that last video, I haven't really been productive in terms of YouTube or recording or anything. The only thing I actually have done is I learned how to edit a little bit with Sony Vegas Pro. I'm not very good at it yet. This is my first day actually working with it. I've done it a little bit in the past, but this is the first day I actually tried to make a full out video with it. And obviously there isn't a ton of editing with Minecraft videos. I'm just trying to make them as clean and smooth as possible, just to make it a better experience for you guys as viewers. And for myself, I really enjoy video editing, and I just want to try and get better at that and just experience new things. But I think that's everything I wanted to touch on. Let me go ahead and get into the actual point in this video, which is where I've been, and any questions that may relate to that topic. So I have a couple notes on my other monitor just so I can remember everything I wanted to talk about, so I'm just going to go ahead down the list. So first off, I was getting pretty busy with school. We've had a lot more projects recently than we had earlier in the year, and I really had to focus on that. They kind of caught me off guard a little bit, so I had to actually spend a lot of time just to make sure I got them all in on time and everything. I also got super addicted to Fortnite. I've been playing a lot of that recently. I'm still pretty bad, but I actually got my first solo win a couple weeks ago. I have 3 wins now, I think. 1 solo, 1 duo, and 1 squad. And I was just getting a little bored of Minecraft in general, so I just had to take a break for a little, and Fortnite just seemed like a really fun game, and a lot of my friends are playing it, and it's just getting super popular, so I figured I might as well start playing that more and try and get better at that. Maybe that'll turn into something I'll do on YouTube someday, I'm not sure, but for now, just looking at my internet situation, it's probably not going to happen. This has happened before. It happened about a year ago, and I took a longer break than I actually did now. It was about 3 months or so, and I think over the summer I actually got back into it, but that's all it took. I was back into it and I got addicted to it, and since then I've been playing consistently up until the point where I took a break now. Okay, real quick before I get back to explaining, I just want to show you guys this sweet comeback combo. Like, look at my aim right here. That's so trash. I have no idea how that guy didn't kill me. He got me down so low, and somehow I just managed to chain those hits. But anyways, back to my explanation. But like I was saying, this isn't as long as a break as I've taken before, but I think I'm ready to come back because as I was getting the footage for this video to do the voiceover, I was having a load of fun and getting super competitive with it. And after I finished recording all this stuff, I actually tried the new game mode. I think it's called Bridges or something like that. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's basically 2 teams, either 1v1, 2v2, or 4v4. And there's a 1 block wide bridge between you, and you just try and get across and jump into the goal before they do. And even though I lost pretty much every match, it was a load of fun, and hopefully I can get better and maybe include that in the streams I do in the future. I'm not really sure. But even though I'm getting back into these mini games such as Skywars, I don't know if it's going to be the same deal with factions. At least on Psycho, no offense to anyone who plays on it. It's a great server. I've just been playing there for years. Even though I've only recorded about 6 months on it, I've been playing there for multiple years, and it just gets tiring. It gets to be the same thing. Each map, you just grind out the headhunting levels until you're 25, and then you just have nothing to do for the rest of the map. And I mean, you can argue that there's PvP and stuff, and there's cool events that they do and everything, but it's just kind of laggy when you PvP, and it's just not the best server for it. And it's mainly focused on factions itself, and it's a really cool concept with headhunting. It just gets kind of old. And this doesn't mean I'm never going to record on Psycho again, don't get me wrong, but it just means I'm going to be playing on it a lot less. I'm just going to be focusing on different servers, maybe just trying out new things, seeing if there's anything that's even better than factions. You never know, there could be a better server for factions, or just an entirely different game mode that's a load of fun. Another series, Skyblock, I'm actually going to still record that because it's just something different, and I haven't played it that much, and there's still a bunch of stuff there to explore, and they're even resetting it, so there's going to be a bunch of new things added, which I'm going to actually be recording either later today or tomorrow, because it has just reset, so you guys should totally check that out. I'll leave the IP in the description, and hopefully you guys saw the trailer that came out earlier today. But all the new custom stuff is going to be great for content. There's going to be a bunch of cool things we can try, and then apart from that, who knows, maybe I'll do Sky Wars, Bed Wars. I'll probably do a bunch of different things. Also take suggestions in the comments for what you guys want to see. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about, streaming. I really want to try that. I've been looking forward to that for a long time. I just don't know how possible that's going to be, but I don't think my OBS is skipping around anymore, which is a good sign. And I don't know if it's just me or the coloring is a little different. I'll put up a screenshot so you guys can compare the two. Okay, so the first one you're seeing here is the OBS, and then this next one is the fraps. Let me know what you guys think. It's very subtle if there actually is a difference. It just looks kind of weird for me when I'm going through them just because I use fraps for so long. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and interrupt myself again to show you this guy. There's people like this in every game. They just build straight across without looking. He calls me out saying bad in the chat. I just dismiss this. There's people like that all the time that are salty about getting knocked off. So I just continue the game as normal, not really paying attention to it. But then a minute or two later, he actually invites me to a duel. So I was like, sure, why not? It'd be more content I can use for the video, and it'd just be fun to mess around with this guy. In this first round, I do actually lose. I was just messing around with him. As soon as I actually find him, he's not facing me, and I get a load of hits off of him in a row, and so he gets super low right away. And I assume I have this one in the bag, so I was going to try and mess around with him, like I said, and be kind of like Technoblade and try and punch him off. So eventually, I do catch up with him, and as you can see, I do start to win the fight originally by punching him. I'm getting a lot more hits than he is. Obviously, I'm not doing any damage since I'm using a fishing rod, and at the end, I kind of realized that I'm going to die if I don't actually try, and he ends up killing me. I had a good comeback. I almost got him. I think he had like 1 or 2 hearts, but he still got me. So this next round I actually try. This kid was salty about me knocking him off. I'm like, I don't want to mess around with this guy anymore. Just go ahead and beat him, show him that I'm still better than him, even though it was just me knocking him off in the actual game, and then just get on with my Sky Wars. So I go ahead and loot up. I get a speed potion in hopes that I can get a quick combo off him. And as I go up, I see him over to my left, and then I go ahead and speed up, and I go down. My aim is pretty bad at the beginning. I don't know what I'm doing, but this guy gets a really weird chain of hits. Like, the last one seemed to hit me from really far away, but then I got a comeback combo, and I got him. Then he asked for one more rematch, and I decided I might as well do a third one, best out of 3, I guess. It was 1-1, and I get 1 hit on him. He goes flying off the edge, and that's that. But anyways, back to the video. So, 1,000 subs. This is my first big milestone on YouTube, I guess. It's not that big. A lot of people have them, obviously. But, I mean, it's a big milestone for me in particular. And I'm not trying to sound like cocky or anything, but ever since I hit about like 250 subscribers, I felt confident that I could hit 1,000 and that was my next goal, and I was planning on grinding until I got that. And one time that I actually did grind really hard was over Christmas vacation. That was probably the most consistent uploading schedule I've had. I did 17th, 18th, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and then a couple day break, and then I did the 31st, and then January 1st. And over that period of time, I was gaining a lot of subscribers. That was the biggest growth I've had on my channel. And as you can see in this graph, which is from December 11th to January 4th, I gained 582 subscribers. This graph also shows I got almost 1,000 likes. And this final one just shows all my stats in general. And as you can see, there's just a massive spike during December, and then after that, it just slowly ramps off in the gradual decline until it becomes what it is today, down 57% in views and 92% in subscribers. But the fact that even after a month of hardly uploading at all, you guys are still with me, and I still have over 1,000, and we're still even gaining a couple every now and then, it's just crazy. So I just want to thank you guys for sticking with me throughout all this. And now I believe there's only room to go upwards for this channel. If I put the time in to upload consistently, I really think that together we can make this a much bigger channel, and I have high hopes for the future. So now, my goal for the future, this is a lofty one. It'll take a lot of hard work, and I don't know if it's entirely possible. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a long time, but 10,000 subscribers would have to be my next goal because we've already hit 1,000, and I think that's just the big milestone for the future. And I honestly just feel like I work the best when I have a goal, when I have a set thing in mind that I want to aim for, and I just work my hardest to get there. And that, along with you guys, is what motivated me so much during the December vacation, to just work so hard to grind out those videos. So I think that there is a chance this could happen. And I don't know if I really should be saying this in a video, but I just have to vent out some of my frustration for YouTube and the whole monetization thing. Because 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 views was the original requirement to get monetized. And obviously when I first started, this seemed like a crazy amount that I was never going to hit. But as it got closer, it became more and more exciting. And when I eventually hit it, I was so excited. I was so proud of my channel and about you guys and just how far I had come from when I first started. And I had a feeling it wouldn't come instantly. I'd have to wait a little bit, and I waited a couple weeks. And then it became a month, and then 2 months, and finally they made a post saying that they were in a big backlog and they weren't able to answer all the submissions right away. I tried to be understanding because there was obviously a lot of people who had hit the requirements and were excited to get their channel monetized. So I continued waiting, and they eventually changed the requirements because there were some of these small channels that were posting extremely offensive stuff, and they were still meeting the requirements for monetization, so there were actually ads going on those offensive videos. So they changed the requirements because of how easy it actually was to get 10,000 views. So now you actually need 4,000 hours of watch time. That means people have to view 4,000 hours worth of your content. And along with that, you also need 1,000 subscribers, which obviously you can't do by yourself. You have to have people actually subscribe to your channel. So the people who are making these offensive videos couldn't just go outright and get monetized. They'd have to actually have 1,000 subscribers and a bigger fan base, which obviously wasn't going to happen because of how offensive the videos were. which makes sense. I understood why they would do this, but that meant that I had to grind a lot more because I was only about halfway to 4,000 views and I was at about 600, 700 subscribers at this point. So I continued to make videos. This is about when I found out about Skyblock and I started playing that too. You guys seem to be really enjoying both of the series, both Factions and Skyblock, so I was having a lot of fun making the videos. We were slowly chipping away at our goal. I was getting about 100 hours a week. And I didn't know how many subscribers I was averaging, but I was still getting a decent amount. And about a month ago, I finally hit both of the requirements for it. It had been constantly updating, so I assumed they were paying attention to it and they were going to give me my monetization soon. I assumed they had figured out all the backlog. But as I read further into the page, it said that they were still in a big backlog and they were hoping to get through all of them by the end of April, which at the time was still 2 months away, which got me very discouraged towards this because even though I'm not doing it for the money, don't get me wrong, I like the 89 cents a month or whatever I'd make. Also, can Watchdog like chill out? I'm just trying to kill this guy and they keep coming in and interrupting me. I guess I'm just too much of a god at PvP. But here I am, a month later, still no monetization. It's not the end of April yet, so who knows, they may actually come through, but for the time being, I still don't have it, which has been demotivating. But just recording and doing YouTube itself, apart from the money, is still a lot of fun. And I'm not, like I said before, I'm obviously not doing it for the money. I wasn't planning on making that much anyway. It was just an addition to this and a little bit of motivation. So I figured it's about time I come back. So remember, if your question wasn't answered here, make sure to leave a comment and I'll either respond to you there, or I might just make an entire video if there's enough questions. And I'm sure there's something in the video that I forgot to talk about. But like I said, I'm starting to plan for the future, starting to hopefully expand from this and just grow the channel and everything, just to get more experience. I'm liking the new way I'm editing. I'm really enjoying the Sony Vegas. Hopefully I can get more experience with that and just more Minecraft videos in general. Hopefully I'm going to start streaming. I'll discuss that in a video before I actually do, just so I can tell you guys the specific time so you can get as many people as possible watching. But anyways, that's it for me. I've been recording for a while now and I'm getting tired. I'm still going to be recording some Skyblock later today, so look forward to that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Leave a like if you enjoyed and you're excited for my comeback. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.